Today, we are taking a deep dive into Genesis chapter 2, the foundation of human identity, purpose, and relationship. The seventh day, God's rest. Genesis 2:1-3. Thus the heavens and the earth were finished, and all the host of them. And on the seventh day God ended his work which he had made. And he rested on the seventh day from all his work which he had made. And God blessed the seventh day, and sanctified it, because that in it he had rested from all his work which God created and made. God did not rest because he was exhausted. He rested to signal completion, setting apart a holy rhythm of Sabbath rest for humanity. In biblical Hebrew, Shabbat, or rest, is not passive inactivity, it is dwelling in the sacred presence of God. The creation of man. Genesis 2:4-7. These are the generations of the heavens and of the earth when they were created, in the day that the Lord God made the earth and the heavens, and every plant of the field before it was in the earth, and every herb of the field before it grew. For the Lord God had not caused it to rain upon the earth, and there was not a man to till the ground. But there went up a mist from the earth, and watered the whole face of the ground. And the Lord God formed man of the dust of the ground, and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life. And man became a living soul. Here we see the unique origins of humanity. The word Adam, man, comes from Adamah, the dust or ground. God forms man from the physical soil, but then does something unique. He breathes his Neshamah, his divine breath of life, into man's nostrils. Humanity is a distinct synthesis of physical earth and divine spirit. The Garden of Eden, work, and the boundary. Genesis 2:8-17. And the Lord God planted a garden eastward in Eden, and there he put the man whom he had formed. And out of the ground made the Lord God to grow every tree that is pleasant to the sight, and good for food. The tree of life also in the midst of the garden, and the tree of knowledge of good and evil. And a river went out of Eden to water the garden. And from thence it was parted, and became into 4 heads. The name of the first is Pison. That is it which compasseth the whole land of Havilah, where there is gold, and the gold of that land is good. There is bdellium and the onyx stone. And the name of the second river is Gihon. The same is it that compasseth the whole land of Ethiopia. And the name of the third river is Hiddekel. That is it which goeth toward the east of Assyria. And the fourth river is Euphrates. And the Lord God took the man, and put him into the Garden of Eden to dress it and to keep it. And the Lord God commanded the man, saying, Of every tree of the garden thou mayest freely eat, but of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil thou shalt not eat of it. For in the day that thou eatest thereof thou shalt surely die. Notice 2 crucial details here. First, man is given labor to dress and keep the garden before sin ever enters the world. Work is part of God's original, good design for human flourishing. Second, God sets one single boundary, the tree of knowledge of good and evil. True love and obedience require free choice, and this boundary creates the space for genuine trust between man and God. The creation of woman and marriage. Genesis 2:18-25. And the Lord God said, It is not good that the man should be alone. I will make him an help meet for him. And out of the ground the Lord God formed every beast of the field, and every fowl of the air, and brought them unto Adam to see what he would call them. And whatsoever Adam called every living creature, that was the name thereof. And Adam gave names to all cattle, and to the fowl of the air, and to every beast of the field. But for Adam there was not found an helpmeet for him. And the Lord God caused a deep sleep to fall upon Adam, and he slept. And he took one of his ribs, and closed up the flesh instead thereof. And the rib, which the Lord God had taken from man, made he a woman, and brought her unto the man. And Adam said, This is now bone of my bones, and flesh of my flesh. She shall be called woman, because she was taken out of man. Therefore shall a man leave his father and his mother, and shall cleave unto his wife, and they shall be one flesh. And they were both naked, the man and his wife, and were not ashamed. Up until verse 18, everything God made was declared good. But here, God identifies the first not good. That man should be alone. God creates a helpmeet in Hebrew, ezer kenegdo. The word ezer does not mean a subordinate servant. In fact, the Old Testament primarily uses ezer to describe God as a strong rescuer and deliverer. Furthermore, woman is formed from Adam's side, representing equal standing, partnership, and unity. The chapter closes with the foundation of covenant marriage and a state of complete innocence, naked and unashamed, living without fear, guilt, or isolation. To fully appreciate Genesis 2, we must look at its ancient cultural context. In the ancient Near East, lush gardens with flowing rivers were understood as sanctuary, dwelling places, or temples for divine presence. Man was placed in Eden not merely as a farmer, but as a priest-like steward serving in God's sacred space. So, what are our practical takeaways from Genesis 2 today? Your identity. Your worth isn't defined by productivity alone, but by the divine breath of God spoken into your life. Work is sacred. Labor, stewardship, and creativity were given before sin existed. They are holy callings. Community over isolation. Humanity was designed for connection with God and with others. Thank you for tuning in to the Bible Explained. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share as we continue to journey through the scriptures together.